headache returns. Because, oh my god, it's gonna be a headache. For those who are still around. Oh boy. Later that day, 1:22 p.m. Cleared out like a pair of peasants. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Kay. There's something even thieves should never steal. Do you know what that is? You really shouldn't steal anything, however, Albite. What shouldn't a thief steal? A life. It's too heavy of a burden on your soul to get away with, ever. And yet people are still doing that kind of shit. And they're called murderers. That's something we can agree on. Well said. You know, thieves have a code of honor. No matter what we may try, murder is the one crime that can never truly be hidden. And I intend to prove that by my own hands. When I apprehend the murderer myself. Alright, and I'm going to work extra hard to be a good assistant. Let's go. I still never said she could be my assistant. I'm just going to drop the issue. The first thing we should do is locate the real scene of the murder. Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe. Seriously. He's too incompetent. God damn, he's too incompetent. Mr. Edgeworth! The stadium! Hurry, sir! They're supposed to be hush-hush, but they found a witness at the stadium. A witness? Shoot! You! What did we tell you about leaving your signpost? Jigs up! Mr. Edgeworth, remember that I'm always rooting for you. So, go get him, sir! Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves. Nothing I can do about it. It's not all fun and games, Kay. Now then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness. March 13th, 1:42 p.m. at the stadium. Did I change? Yes, I did. Okay. I thought there was a witness here. Yeah, I don't see anyone. Mr. Edgeworth! Long time no see! You are Miss Emma Skye, correct? This girl's the younger sister of my former superior, Lana Skye. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together as witness and prosecutor. But I thought she had gone to Europe to study forensics. I can't believe you remember me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know, right? Of course I do. How have you been? You look to be in good spirits. Are you still studying abroad? You bet! More than anything. I went to investigate crime scenes scientifically. I've been studying non-stop every day to become a top-notch forensic scientist. But it's spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit. I see. There are sure a lot of Wienermobiles around here. I almost didn't recognize you. You've really grown up in these past few years. Please don't tease me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know I still have a long way to go. But I'm going to be a super forensic scientist someday. You'll see. And this is when I'm just going to jump to the weirder side of the Ace Attorney series. Right after I'm done with Daigakuten Saibon. You seem to know Mr. Edgeworth really well. Are you two acquaintances? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Emma Sky. Nice to meet you. Studying abroad now to be a forensic scientist. How about you? Wow, that's a great dream. My name's Kay Faraday, and I'm trained to become an unstoppable great thief. Great thief? You don't think too hard on it, Emma. Your father was a weak girl, but he was a brilliant scientist. You don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the trouble. In any case, we have much to catch up on. You bet we do. So why are you here, Emma? Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for spring break. And then I heard that you'd come back too, so I raced on over here. I really wanted to welcome you back at the airport, but I had just missed you. Seriously? And how exactly did you know I was here? Through the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you, says Peter Parker. I use these to track your footprints, and I follow them straight to you. This set is the greatest. It's so wonderfully scientific. You spray this chemical on the ground, and when you shine the special light on it, zing! The footprints light up like an electrified noble gas in a glass tube. It's almost like magic, scientifically speaking. Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than at this very moment. Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed. Huh? What are you talking about? Are you the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about? Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier. He's practically yelling at me. Master Edgeworth needs your scientific doohickeys right now, pal, he said. What was that man thinking of that? Not thinking. So let me get there. It's been a burner, right? Yes, unfortunately. There's some glint in her eye. I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. Now, where did that person go? Oh no. If there's another Wienermobile, I assume this is another Badgermobile. Yeah, but it's a different color than a Blue Badger's car. Yeah, I know, right? This is the retina searing pink model. What's that off in the distance? Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, here's the pink badger! Badger, get the... Oh no. Badger. Just what does she see in these silly things? Well, at least it's not Yogurt from Shining Force. That motherfucker is level 1 for eternity. Tough love. Oh no. Oh no.
I think this badger has something to say to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Are you, by chance, the witness I've been searching for? Sorry, but I don't speak badger dance. Do I want to speak to this thing? Do I want to speak to this thing? I have to speak to this thing, don't I? Oh no.
I can't take it being inside that stuffy head anymore!
No! Why her? Why here? Why no? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way.
As she Why couldn't you understand what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really. I was trying so hard to keep the kids' dreams alive by staying a character. But you couldn't pick up on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of a roundabout way of talking, so I'm going to be direct. I had a bad feeling before, but this is just made it offset.
I had no big no. This is worse. I had a bad feeling before, but this just made it official. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of waking nightmare.
So you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth too, Miss Pink Badger? You could say that, but right now, I'm just a pink badger, dear.
She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman.
My name is Wendy Oldbag. But you can call me Wendy or Granny or whatever suits your fancy. Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm K30. What do I care about a young whippersnapper like you?
Oh Jesus, it's Miss Olsen from Little House on the Prairie. This bitch. This bitch.
I was just trying to be polite.
You old bitch. Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time we met?
I go where I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do. Unlike the youth of today. I get called in all the time to fill in when there aren't enough hands. Enough about me, Itchy Poo. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get the chance to see you again, and here you are talking with two young girls. Men are all the same. It doesn't get You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, please, I'm begging you. By all means, do not provoke her any further. You're the witness.
Aren't you forgetting something about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness.
Right. Honestly, oh, she isn't, but I don't think Fate is going to be so kind today.
I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that? So it's true. She is the witness.
I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bug.
Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder!
You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes?
Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony.
Oh God, that look. What old bag witness testimony?
I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was another gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately.
What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end supposed to mean, Itchy Poo?
I'm only glad I'm only called Pooh by a certain number of people.
Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady.
Rebut all! Well, there's only one thing we gotta do. Press everything.
Hold it!
You mean you took a break from being the Pink Badger?
You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell a sweat, your hip creaks up with pain, you even begin to dream about work. That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know. Well, that's why I chose to come take my break here, whippersnapper. I do plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids.
I dreamed about work too. Guess what happened? A heart attack changed all that. So what did you see while you, the Pink Badger, were resting?
Oh yes, that will.
Hold it!
You saw two men. Can you describe them for me?
They look like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that.
But did they have any special features? Anything you could recall would be very helpful.
Oh my, don't tell me you're just as those two men. Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over there, Miss Edgeworth.
I'm not worked up over anyone! And I'm not jealous!
It's alright, Itchy Poo. Those two were just fools compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them.
Hold it!
You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place.
Absolutely, that gun made a terrible record when it was fired. You didn't try to go help the person that got shot? I'm only one person, you smart alecky brat! What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could to find someone who could help.
Two men, one bullet. Two girls, one cup. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony.
Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory? Self-centered, aren't we?
While it was somewhat useful, her testimony also presents us with a new problem.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Yes.
So about this new problem.
What is that giant grin on your face for?
Do you want me to show you something really nice?
Not your panties. No, thank you.
Don't be so mean. I swear it's something you're going to like.
Not your panties! What is that gadget you're holding?
What you see before you is the secret weapon of a great thief.
Ah, I should have known it would be worthless.
Aw, don't be like that. What do you think now?
What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air.
I'm going to input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood!
What is this?
This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I inputted into Little Thief.
Little Thief, I dare say, I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far.
Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I used it like this, let's see, Miss Oldbag said that two men were facing each other, and then a gunshot rang out, and the victim fell to the ground.
Ah, so with this, we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past.
See? So what do you think?
I have to say, I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days.
Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yaragarasu.
Indeed.
Oh, but if there isn't enough information or if something is out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange.
In other words, I can use this to authenticate. So, in other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness testimony.
You got it. You really catch it quick, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right now, the simulation is a recreation of that witness testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification.
Feel free to examine anything in this simulation in the way you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And you find something, I got Little Thief with me, so you just let me know, okay?
Investigation, start! According to this testimony, the victim fell to the ground here.
That's right, but
But if that's the case, then we already found our first contradiction.
Huh? What? Where?
If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. What piece of evidence am I missing? The murder notes.
Take that!
This is the contradiction.
Something wrong with my recreation?
If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one?
Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either, right?
Right. The fact that there is no blood here casts doubt on the witness testimony.
Edgy Pooh! How How can you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar? I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down.
You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe that is another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. Logic. To the far left. It looks like they broke the stage down. The stage was backed up. Logic. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. It's cosplay murder. I guess that means that they're done for the day. Or maybe it's because a different show scheduled to start its run tomorrow. So, if we were to put the two together... Why is there no blood? And the stage was backed up. We get the following, like so. These don't fit quite together. No, it's something I'm missing. Oh, yeah. Why is there no blood? The victim was a kidnapper. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume?
So you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers?
I think we can reasonably assume there is a very good chance that he was. And that if he was shot while he was inside one of those costumes,
then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside of the costume instead of on the ground.
Precisely. Now, if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume.
You think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints? But the problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around.
Oh, you too, huh? Footprints, I wonder how we can go about finding some of those.
This is amazing. Just feel the power of science.
Footprint analysis. Emma, about that method you were talking about for finding footprints?
Finally my expert knowledge in forensics is needed?
Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints? Yeah, that'd be too obvious if you were to.
Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything.
Very well. You can please analyze the footprints in this area.
Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work. Hey, I found something. Look right there.
I don't see anything.
Oh, that's right. Here, put on these special glasses on Mr. Edgeworth.
These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume.
Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest.
Then we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time.
Okay, in that case, I'll update Lil Thief's simulation parameters. I can't wait to see what we find out from this new info.
That's what we found. The badger was shot. So the victim was wearing a costume when he died.
And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right?
I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. You may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention.
What do you want?
Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please.
I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
This is the second time.
So, does this mean that Miss Oldback's testimony has a contradiction in it?
Yes, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation.
See, I just knew Lil Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Oldback to put into this recreation.
For that, we must first find a contradiction in her testimony. Rebut all! So you're saying that you saw this right here. Iggyori! Two men. How did you know the gender of the two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time.
Hey!
Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
And then I tell you the truth, I really did see it. I saw it with my own eyes.
So did Frank.
From a seat in the second tier.
The second tier.
Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier? That was, you know, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense.
I see a witness still has a screw loaf in the metaphorical sense.
Because your seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs. Which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap. I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there so high up.
I know, right? A single screw. No, there are plenty. They've been shot for years. Were you able to even see the victim's costume from way up there?
Well, I know I saw two people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow.
In the stage's shadow. Logic.
My eyesight is what it used to be, you know.
Meanwhile, let's return to our investigation, shall we, King?
You got it.
At the stadium, first logic was indeed available. Because the stage was packed up in the shadow of the stage. We put the two together and we get if that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down.
Do you want me to input that bit of info into Little Thief?
Yes, if you please.
Okay.
There is clearly a contradiction.
A contradiction here?
Please stop standing in my lines.
Oh, come on, it wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me.
I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way. I know, right? It's like, oh, hey, we're playing Borderlands. What? We're playing Bioshock. What? We're playing Bioshock Infinite. Okay, that makes sense. Because there was a very real stage setup in this spot at that time.
Yes. I told you I gotta do you. Feel the need to explain everything.
This is not Yu-Gi-Oh, but I feel like I need to explain everything because Yu-Gi-Oh does that kind of shit. Oh yeah, and XCOM. Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve the unusual situation.
Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Oldbag? Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage. See? Now let me update the info in the simulation.
Yeah, that I believe. That I believe.
Well, what have we here? Bunch of hooligans running amok, I see.
Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us.
Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes.
Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of murder is here, the stadium. Because I can see, if you're aiming down, you would have to aim at a certain part of the body. So it'd be like shoulder or abdomen. But I can't see a direct shot going through both parts. Unless the murderer was a cracked rifleman or a marksman as a whole.
I see. Thanks.
For what?
I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that?
Little Thief is not a toy.
You too!
Sir! Unless if he was shooting upward or shooting straight down. I'm still trying to picture how you would actually have to shoot from the stomach, and the shot would have to be stomach to shoulder. Or stomach through shoulder, like...
And there you have it. You see, big boys like me don't need silly little toys, little girl. Now, this is a recreation.
So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer? Yeah, a steep angle is required. Yeah, that's for certain.
Of course, even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook.
Your argument is sound.
This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins laying waiting for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed.
How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime?
He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun.
Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark.
You see, thank you for understanding, my little crow girl.
I'm not some common crow. I'm the Yatagarasu, Raven of Legend. Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up.
Ray, but all.
Sir, if you would, please look at this. Igiyori!
Objection!
I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all.
What's that supposed to mean?
You said that the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible. You had to be Mihoshi. Yeah, you really would have to be Mihoshi to do that kind of shit. Why not? Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located. Actually, I didn't get that good a look. Oh, well. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim. You would have to be sniper elite in order to make a shot like that, first off. To where one good shot from your gun would just clean up, just become a blade, and just cut clean from two shots. Just making two shots from one shot.
King!
Then, yes, our recreation. Yeah, that's what I'm picturing. Because if it was Sniper Elite, that's what I'm picturing. It had to be something like Sniper Elite. If it was Sniper Elite, it'd be one of those Hisatsu kind of kills. One shot, one kill. Yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above. A clear contradiction.
You're discounting your own conclusions?
No, this one point is the only flaw. This was the mistaken parameter in our recreation. Location. Yes, the location of the killer and the victim were wrong.
I get it. I see what you're trying to say.
I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. If this is what happened, it also explains the positioning of the gunshot wounds. I can see that. Like the shot will be going upwards. So like, boom! Through the stomach, through the chest. But then what about the footprints? Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume. Okay, I'll try using that data instead. Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. No honor among thieves. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang?
Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime. Rebut all.
Another bit of proof.
I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badger mobile. That story Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the Blue Badger here and committed the murder. And then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area.
You believe he moved the body with the car?
That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it.
The 3 tied tread marks are very telling, however. Is the Blue Badger mobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern?
Rebut all.
Sir, look at this. Just look at this. You're guilty!
Objection!
Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale.
And why is that?
Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekins' Blue Badger mobile. One look at the car would have told you so. Was the Blue Badger mobile never been to the stadium?
Take that!
Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed.
Then how do you explain the tracks? Genius.
Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Oldback's pink Badgermobile? That would be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time with the second tilted.
Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there's yet one more roving store, as I recall.
You mean the Proto Badger?
That's right. There was one more parking space inside that garage. And it proves the existence of a Proto Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto Badgermobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it.
Hey, did you hear something? Are you alright?
Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time?
Well, was with kidnappers? He was in the room next to the one I was held in. Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers?
What is it? Can't understand what you're trying to say.
The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes.
Did you see the faces of your kidnappers?
No, I didn't see their faces, but one was a woman. A woman?
Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing around and get your cops on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. Now, are you going to get out of my crime scene, or am I going to have to get rough?
Again.
You're nothing but a bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Oh, no. Not you. You're a very important witness for my case.
Yeah, that really was cool. That really was cool with the synced up animation, like, ding!
I'm not about to let you get away that easily.
Don't count on me to testify because I won't. Not for you. That's right, I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper?
Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate?
Fair maidens. My, you little rascal. You sure know the way into a woman's heart.
Lang Shi says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever.
Oh,
trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy smanchy sayings. Let's get this over with. Is that clear? I'm not interested in giving you my statement.
Sure. Just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be.
Yes, I say,
Mr. Edgeworth,
I'm out. And I think this constitute as a fine time to drop a save, because let's just do this. Because I think it's a good time to stop here with the stream. So, for all safety reasons, next time we start on the Wild West area an hour after the fact that we've done all this crazy ass shit. Okay, so shift to 1. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed case number 2 so far. In the next part, which will most likely be Sunday, we're going to see what actually happened to the boy and possibly see if we can finish this case. So tomorrow will be 40's turn to shine with more blowing up of Valkyria Chronicles. So drop by his stream. So, you know, you want more shit being blown up without Raz being around? There you go. So thanks for coming out, and I'll see you next time. Most likely Sunday. Until then, take care, and thanks for coming out. Yes, indeed. Hey, sometimes you gotta do that.